Okay.
Oh, we live now.
Okay.
Hey guys, hey, this is Rita the Ham Norman. Just give us a few moments. We're going to share.
That's fine.
And if you do miss the show, it'll also be on YouTube.
That's fine.
And if you do miss the show, it'll also be on YouTube. Turn your volume down, Cherelle.
Okay, there we go. I think so.
Perfect. Hey guys, happy holidays. Y'all won't see me for the new year, so Merry Christmas, happy holidays. I'm very excited. I got my little cousin here today. We are talking about financial literacy. Hey girl, how you doing? So we have Cherelle, Terrell. Sorry. We have Terrell-Simon, and we have Miss Mila. Cherelle is a U.S. oncology accountant. Also, we have Miss Mila, who is the CEO and founder of MJ's Ices. And also, you said it was she?
Yeah, she's Custom Connects.
She Custom. You said custom what?
Connects.
Custom Connects? Oh, okay.
Yes.
So
That's pretty much everything craft.
Everything craft. That's cute. I like that.
Thank you.
So, do you got any pieces that you want to show a little later in the show?
I do. I have some.
Okay, dope. So we're gonna go over that too as well. Mila, she's so cute. I love her. So she's gonna tell y'all about her business, okay? But today we're gonna talk about financial literacy, which is very, very important for us here in our Black community. I know growing up for me, like it was pretty much you fake it till you make it.
Pretty much.
Thing. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people didn't understand what they was getting themselves into until either they lost their house, they got a super big interest rate, or they end up getting their car repossessed. So I'm very excited because Cherelle has a financial freedom class that she's doing. So we're going to jump right into that. And, you know, she's going to give you some nice gems. She's going to give you some tips on how pretty much you can understand your finances and build a better future for you, not only for you, but also for your children as well. So Let's just dig in. So how long have you been doing these financial freedom classes?
I've actually been doing them for about 6 months, but I do them through my job to get ethics credits for my accounting degree. So I tell everybody when I started the class, it was pretty much to help African American women, mostly like single mothers with small incomes. And people tell me all the time, like, oh, you can charge and you can do this and you can do that, or you can make a killing. So I wanted to put that out there first. I don't offer my class to make a killing. I do not make money off of offering my class. I think I am one of the lower priced financial specialists in the market at this point. So I charge $20. And the class ranges from 10 to 20 people, and I do it once a month. And I've just hosted 2 within the last month. I did one in November and I did one in December. And the goal of my class is to pretty much touch on credit, savings, contingency funds, home buying process, and credit scores. So it's just an overview of everything that you need to be successful. It's just a start. It's not a full-blown course for everything. It's a start just to get you started on getting your credit right, your savings, your contingency funds, how to get out of debt, places where you start to purchase a house. I started offering it because I was doing it as an independent towards like just for my friends, my family, people that just ask questions, get on Facebook and message me questions all the time. So I figured if I hosted a class, I can answer all of those questions in one big whop instead of repeating myself almost every day.
Well, that's pretty dope because I know a lot of people really don't understand. Let's start with just your credit score.
Exactly. And that's a big deal. It's a big deal. I actually give you I start from the beginning all the way into your credit score. So most people feel like they just have to work on their credit score and then they'll be fine. And in all actuality, it's really a process. So in my class, I give you pretty much the tools to utilize it yourself so you can stop paying debt consolidators, credit score risers, people who can help you work on your credit score, things you can do like right now we're in a pandemic. You can sit at home and take the time to write these letters or check your own credit score, write down what you need to do, start a plan, build a plan, and just work it.
Dope. Yeah. So what would you say would be the 3 most important things that people need to understand about financial literacy?
Savings will be my first thing. Building a contingency fund for times like this in the pandemic. Savings is number 1 for me. Debt is number 2, and number 3 would be your credit score.
Okay, so you said contingency fund. For the people in the back who don't really know what a contingency fund is, can you explain?
A contingency fund is just pretty much having at least, well, America says 3 months of savings available just in case something like this, you lose your job. You have pretty much give yourself 90 days to find another one. I say 6 months because I used to be a floater before I had kids, so I quit my job in a heartbeat if I ain't like something. Right. But I always had enough money to fall back on to do what I wanted to do. And when my funds got low, then I found another job. But I always had a fallback plan. And even if I did have another job in the works or line up, I can always take 2 weeks off just to, get ready to go into the next phase or whatever the case may be. But just having enough money to live if something was to strike.
Most definitely. And I think that's where a lot of people are having their biggest issue, especially like right now.
Yes.
So for in reference to savings, what would be for as you say, like single mothers that's low income, what would be like some good tips to give them so that they can be able to just start a savings? Because a lot of people think like, oh, I need to put half of my check away, or I got to put 10 to 15%, and a lot of people can't even afford that.
Not at all. In my class, I teach a budget plan. It's called the 50-30-20 rule, and it's pretty much 50% of your income goes into your home, 30% goes into your wants, and then you split the 20% between your debt and your savings. I say 10% go to debt, 10% goes to savings, and it depends on your income on how you can justify how you're going to split up your savings. But only way for me, and I say 60% of Americans can save is if they don't see the money. So having money go to an account that you cannot see, that you cannot touch. I do mine a preliminary account, and I have it go to a savings account that my auntie manages. I don't know, Phyllis Lewis. She's also a financial accountant, so she's very strict on the money.
Auntie.
Yeah, so I can't touch my funds. I don't touch them at all, but at the end of the year, she sends me a statement, and she'll be like, yes, I did good. You need to up it about 2%, or, she just pretty much give me guidance and tell me what I need to do to reach that next level, to get pretty much where she is.
Dope.
Yeah.
So then also with the, so we went over savings, we went over contingency funds. So let's go back to credit. For people who don't understand credit, it can range between 300 to I think 850. Yeah. So what would be help people understand that? Okay, I think we had spoke on this yesterday. We was like, you have people be like, oh, my credit score is 620. Let me go buy a house.
Yes.
And I'm like, how? Okay, you at a 620. That's cool, but it's better for your credit score.
Exactly. So okay,
let's go over that.
If you have a 620 credit score, I would say that if you go to purchase a house with a 620, well, right now, I like to tell y'all that it's not 620 anymore because of the pandemic. It has raised to 640. So if you're going to get an FHA back loan, it used to be a 620. So right when you get to 620, that's pretty much the higher level of the interest rate. And the higher your interest rate, you may think like, oh, okay, 3% is not much, but 3% on $150,000 is a lot, especially when you're paying over a 30-year span. And when you get a 620, you're going to get the higher end of all of the interest rate. You're going to get the craziest loan. They're going to be like, real estate agents are here just to sell you a house. They're not here to give you the background on Okay, well, you can get a 15-year mortgage. It will save you about $30,000 in the long run. They're gonna be like, oh, okay, you got a 620, and they're gonna give you the 620 runaround. You're gonna get a 30-year mortgage. You're gonna get like a 4% interest rate. They're gonna give you what you can afford at that moment, but over the years, you're gonna end up paying at least 3 times the amount of your house anyway. So you're not gonna build enough equity in the beginning because you're gonna owe more in the end. So I tell people, like, if you got a 620, that's your starting point. If you're trying to get you a good interest rate between 1 and 2%, get yourself to a 720. That's only an extra 100 points. So that means probably paying off 2 more credit cards and digging yourself up, probably a little bit more credit history, and you'll be at 720 within about 6 months. 720 will get you between just have a seat. 720 will
Hey,
get you.
Micah.
Can you have a chair so you can sit down too? Thank you. A 720 will get you between a 1 and 2% raise in interest rate, and it will make your interest rate go down and then give you more loan options.
Dope. So, also with the credit score, can you give people tips on when would be the best time for them to go and buy a car?
Get that and bring it over here, please. The best time for me to go and buy a car. Okay, so here's the thing about buying a car. So you can buy a car at any credit score. Just a second.
So we do have, hey Barb, we have Barb in here, we have Jackie in here. Thanks you guys so much for joining us. And if anybody has any questions, please go ahead and drop your question in. We're happy to answer.
Okay, so my apologies.
No worries.
Buying a car to me is pretty much the same as buying a house. It's all based on your interest rate. A 620 will get you an okay interest rate with buying a car, but like I said, in the long run, you'll still be paying more with a higher interest rate. I always say between a 640 and a 700, because if you are a car buyer and a home buyer, you can't purchase the same two in the same year. So if you want to purchase something big with collateral, I will go for a car first, and then within the next year, purchase a home. But car interest rates, it's always over 5 years anyway, so you can't go over 5 years, but you're still going to pay what. Now, my biggest issue with car payments is down payments. So when somebody go into a dealership with a 500 credit score, they're like, oh, you got to put $2,000 down. In actuality, you don't ever have to put down a down payment. The only reason why they want you to put down a down payment is because you have no credibility. Now, a dealership can give you a car with a $500 if they wanted to. So that $500 that they ask you to put down, that's just to say, I need some collateral to say that you can pay something at this time. But when you're going in and most people are like, oh, I need $2,000, to put down. Well, if you had a 720, you can go in there and put down nothing. Take that $2,000 and pay up at least 6 months of your car note. So when you got a credit score, it's kind of leverage. You can do what you want to because they feel that you are credit worthy, and they just, $0. Take that $2,000, pay up maybe 6-7 months of your car note, and it drops down on your interest. So
okay,
it's all
guys.
handle.
She's giving you all this video game.
It is. So to me, like I tell everybody when they enter my class, when you're dealing with credit, savings, debt, all that, it's all a game. It's just learning how to play it. So it took me a lot of trial and error. It's not just school. I tell them that too. Like, I'm not making you purchase my class because I went to school for it. I've actually been a first-time home buyer. I've actually went into a car place and put $0 down, paid off my car in two years. Everything that I teach, I've done. I went to school for, and I've personally experienced.
And you know what? Sometimes I think people respect that more is because they can say, like, you know what, you've been through it, you've seen it, you dealt with it, you really have that hands-on experience. So people actually take heed to it better. Now, with you being a college graduate, help people understand, I would say, the process of going to college without getting all the student loans and things like that as well?
I mean, it's possible. It take a lot of work. My goal for my child was to make sure in the future that she didn't have to take out any loans. So I kind of researched a lot of programs here in Texas to figure out what I could do now. My daughter's 6, so I started her college fund when she was born. But I also entered a 4-year buy now, pay later college degree. So her college was paid for. She could pick any college in the state of Texas, and it's paid for. Took me 4 years, and I paid like $50 every paycheck for 4 years. And I pay now for the tuition price today because, as y'all know, tuition goes up by at
Most
least
definitely.
10%. So I pay today's tuition for the future. So as long as she goes to school in Texas, she's good. But I picked the 503C fidelity program that they have here in Texas. It's called Teacher Choice. And I started it when she was young. I just started for Micah because then I got on the entrepreneurship. I wanted to hand down equity to my kids. So when they do go to school, they have their own businesses, both of them. They can take their business with them when they go to school to make money. So they have a job and they just have things that they could profit off of when they do get there.
So that's a very good transition, because so we can most definitely go into Miss Mila, because she is, as I was told, the CEO and founder of MJ's Ices. Hey Jennifer, thank you so much for joining, Miss Jennifer Woods. Again, if you guys have any questions, please go ahead and drop them in. We're going to bring Miss Mila in so she can tell everybody about her business.
Are you coming? Okay. So we are introducing Mila, who is, how old are you?
6.
And you are, what are you? Are you an owner or a loaner? And what do you own? Yes. Okay, go ahead. She's asking you a question. What's the name of your ice cream? Come on.
I don't know.
What's the name of your ice cream?
MJ Snow Cone.
Your snow cones? What's the name of your snow cone stand?
Turn this way so you can look in the camera. Are you gonna play with?
So, what's up, sis? Maxie in the building, super producer. She said, so dope, so proud of you, cousin.
I can find the mom.
Okay, sit right here. Go ahead.
Hi, Mila.
Hi.
She can see you. She's talking to you.
So, tell everybody about your business.
Okay.
Talk.
I don't know.
She wants to know about what do you do when
What's the name of your company?
My company.
Yes.
What's the name of your business?
My snow cone.
Yes. What's the name of it?
MJ's Ice Treat.
MJ's Ice Treats. So
why
when did you start?
Shy?
I see. When did you start your business? How long have you had it?
How long have I had it?
About a year.
About a year.
About a year. And you're located where?
Where do you live?
In here.
No. What's your state?
My state is.
You're hurting my leg.
My state.
Where do you live at? Not technical.
Okay.
In Texas.
What part of Spring? What part of Texas?
What city can they find your snow cone truck?
I'm not talking to Spring. Shoot, to Spring, Texas.
Spring, Texas. Yes.
I don't know why she acting shy. Okay.
Thank you, Mila.
You're welcome.
So with her having her own snow cone truck, you said that with them having their own business, it pretty much benefits them for with them building equity. So exactly could you give people some information on exactly how you set that up? Hey, Micah.
Okay, yeah, I can do it.
Mama.
Yeah. I purchased a snow cone. Okay, get it and take it.
Hey, Marcus. Thank you so much for joining. Miss
Yes.
Evans, she said it's amazing. Hey, sister, Rita's in the building.
Take it. I purchased the snow cone stand pretty much just so they can have something to do in the summertime. But when they get older, they can sell it. It's paid for, so it has low overhead costs. You don't have to pay for anything. They don't have like electricity, water. Everything is paid for, rent based. So if they get older and they want to sell it, it's a liquidable asset, so they can sell it to anybody, make a really good profit, or they can take it with them and have a job. You see, like I used to know how to do hair in college, but I never utilized my talent until afterwards. But I could have been making money in college doing hair, but I got a job.
Right. So that is really, really dope. And then you have your craft lines to where you make beautiful accessories. You have some of those accessories, and then we're also going to drop the link to her website so you guys can be able to purchase. Hey, Biggs, what's up? D. Shannon Lewis, thank you for joining. Again, while she's getting her accessories, most definitely, if you have any questions in reference to financial literacy, please do not hesitate to drop a question.
So pretty much I started off because, like I said, most of the things that I do with a purpose. And I started charm bracelets to pretty much encourage some of my old classmates to just pretty much keep going in anything that they wanted to do. So they were more of encouragement pieces. And I know we have Pandora and stuff like that, but a lot of Pandora can't be personalized. You know what I'm saying? So I started off with just doing things that matter. So I have like autism awareness bracelets. I have charm bracelets like with names. I had it like my angel bracelets and started actually taking off. People was like, oh my gosh, like, can I get my grandmother's names? Can I get some wings? Can I get some hearts? So everybody was pretty much giving me ideas. So I started doing like playful stuff. My husband is from Louisiana, so his entire family are Saints fans. So of course, these were like my first sets of bracelets, and I have one left out of 15. So these sold out like
beautiful,
super
and
fast.
It's found on your website too.
Oh yeah, you can find these on my website at She's Custom Crafts at Shopify. And then I started doing like kitty bracelets. So these were from my daughter's line. She sat down and she makes them too. So something that we do together. Of course, I'm a Southern University graduate. Our sister, I should say.
Baton Rouge, I remember.
Yes, it's LSU. So of course these sell pretty fast too because we have a large fan base. Hometown Chicago. So we did the Chicago Bears. These sell quite fast too. Girls just like charms and accessories.
Of course.
So we got the charm bracelets just for everyday wear. And then like Zodiac, I do the Zodiac bracelets. And of course we have Zeta Delta, the Divine Nine. So I have like probably this is probably my last bracelet I left over from the Divine line. But yes, I pretty much create all custom pieces depending on who asks what. And then just things that I think I like that I wear. I have pre-made jewelry also that's on my website. You can just go and purchase. And if it's pre-made, it pretty much go out the next day. If I have to make it, it's between 2 to 3 business days, and then you include the shipping. So about a week. And I do it in my spare time because, as you know, I do have a full-time job between 7 and 4. I'm a full-time mom. I'm a wife. I cook and clean and stuff too. So, in my spare time,
should be at the top of your resume.
It should be. I think that's the most underpaid one. But I do everything with the purpose, and it's pretty much to encourage people to keep going. Like no matter what you're doing, it doesn't matter. Just like whatever you're doing, keep going. And I do the jewelry and stuff just something I like. It's just something I like to do. So I don't do it just to make money because I have a real job. And I don't offer financial classes because a guy in my inbox yesterday, I was trying to tell him about the first time home buyers process and just breaking it down, the different type of loans you can get. And he was like, all right, how much it costs? I knew it was a catch. And I don't, yeah, like, so I don't sell, I'm not a good marketer because I'm not a seller. My whole sole purpose is to educate because we're not offered the things that I'm not white people are gifted. We're not offered the things that the white people are gifted. So I don't price my things high because I want you to be able to afford the knowledge that I'm gonna give you for free. And I try and post everything that people send back to me like, oh my gosh, I took your class and my score went up 84 points in 30 days. I try to keep posting it just to show you that it can be done. You don't have to pay nobody $500 and $600. You don't have to come out of pocket and just go into debt trying to clean up your debt. You can actually do it on your own. It takes a lot of time. It don't require.
And I think that's where a lot of people will just go ahead and just pay the extra money because of the fact that they don't. Some people just don't. They honestly don't have the time, but they do need to understand what's going on and what's happening.
Right.
So that way that they're not right.
If you want to pay somebody, just make sure you know what you're paying for. Because a lot of people,
that part.
I paid this girl $249 and ain't nothing happened. Yeah, because it's probably something on your credit score that you can't remove. It's something on your score that's all correct, and it's just something just $250 for, and they was like, "Oh, she's stupid." That's all, but. It is what it is. You invest
hey,
in
Andre.
yourself.
Andre's in the building. Hey, cousin Kat. Hey, girl. How you doing? Tyrone Winters. Thank you guys all for joining so much. And but back to the just with the credit. So pretty much, if you're gonna pay somebody to do it, just get the information to make sure you know exactly what it is that they're doing. Make sure you ask the right questions to see what can come off of your credit, what cannot. Things that you just may have to just go ahead and pay off. I mean,
yes.
So when are you going to have another class?
My next class I'm trying to host will be January 16th. It will be an hour. I try to make it an hour, but of course sometimes it goes over with the questions at the end. I'm also going to try to record it because a lot of people schedule classes. Mm-hmm. So I will be offering that as well. So once I get a good recording, I'll be able to send it out. You can purchase it and watch it on your own. If you have questions, you can email me. So I'm really trying to get it to where I can have enough to go around for everybody.
We much appreciate it. And where can they what's all your social media links? I know you're not real heavy on Instagram.
I'm not heavy on a lot of social media. But I do check my messages. I get on social media and I get off, but I really do not be active on social media. Facebook is probably where you can catch me the most in my messages. And I'm Amy Cherelle on Facebook. I do have Instagram, even for my jewelry page, and She's Custom Connects on Instagram. Have my personal website, and those probably the only.
And what's the personal website?
She's Custom Connects at Shopify.
She's Custom Connects. Okay, yes.
Yeah, and like for my financial classes, I normally post a link on Facebook. And I do it 15 days ahead of time to let you, give you about 2 weeks.
Everybody time, yeah.
Yeah, I post reminders weekly. I don't badger you though, so don't say why you didn't remind me or nothing like that, because I do not remind you. If you want to invest in yourself, you're gonna take that time out to set your own reminder. You're gonna pay for it, sign up for it, and be ready. And so far, so good. I feel a little bit accomplished because within these last 3 months, I have taught over 46 people. And out of those 46, I've gotten great feedback. So I know what I'm doing works if you work it. So Yeah, pretty good.
I'm so proud of you. That is so dope. Just with
Thank you.
everything that you got, everything that you're doing, everything that is going on. Hazel Truesdale is in the building. Thank you, Bestie, for joining us. Do you have any quick tips or anything else that you want to add in reference to people, that just takeaways that people can just do, things that they may need, any websites that they can go to just possibly get more information if they even miss your class?
Oh yeah. So today is the 23rd, and we're about to enter into a new season. I
Most
offer the digital, I would say, a digital planner to get your 2021 started off on the right foot. Pretty much, it's a planner that helps you keep up with your savings goal, and it's broken down into 4 quarters so you can achieve a goal or two, however many you think you can accomplish. Within 90 days, you can write them down, see it. You can print it out. You can, I have hard copies as well, and it's pretty much just getting you started about your savings, your credits, everything that you're trying to do in 2021 to be successful, to have it in your face, to write it down and make it real. So I offer those for $8 as well. It's on my website. Um, I also posted it on Facebook, but my only intentions for 2021 is to help people grow and get to the next level of success, and to get to the next level of whatever it is you think that you're coming out of in this season for next season.
That is so dope. So you have the digital planner. You got the class coming up January 16th. So make sure everybody just go to her page. If you want more information, you can inbox her. You can inbox me. I'll send you right to her. In reference to these financial classes, or the MJICs you have. If you are in the Texas spring, you said spring.
Yeah, spring Texas.
If you're in the spring Texas area, catch. When are you gonna open back up for the ICs?
We open in April. So between April, we have a snow cone season. So between April and November are the only times you can really get them.
Okay, so between April and November, you're in Spring, Texas. Make sure you look for them for the icy truck, and also go and check out her website for those wonderful custom. You can get them custom made, or she already got pre-ordered. But most definitely for 2021, you about to get your taxes back. Some people hopefully people be getting their stimulus checks.
Yes, it's huge. I mean, like this year it's the season, okay? It is the season.
I mean, and with all the shows that I done did so far, it's just all about growth. It's just all about people moving forward and investing in themselves. Because if you don't invest in you, who will? You got to be your very, very, very first investor. So to get on the right track for 2020.
And it's so much out here. Like
it is, most definitely. And this is really, really, really important, because it's something that I know most definitely in our community, it's something that's not taught
at all. It's all learned behavior. And there's some things that I wish I could do over, but I know I'm able to be better for my kids. So my kids won't go through half of the things that I went through college-wise, because like I said, I took out loans and I went to school out of state. Nobody told me not to go to school out of state. Yeah, I did the whole struggle school. Yeah.
And then real quick, when it comes to let's say with college, how important is it for them? Even because a lot of people are like, I want to go right to a 4-year college.
I wouldn't suggest it unless you're rich.
That was my question. Is it beneficial?
It's not, because your first 2 years of college is a mode year. It's your last 2 years of high school. So
wow. See, a lot of people don't know that. They always go directly straight to the 4 years.
No, your first 2 years is pretty much your last 2 years of high school, getting you prepared to be on campus, getting you prepared for what it is you want to do in your future. And I can tell you off back, I never knew I would be an accountant. I didn't go to school to be an accountant. I went to school to get away. So when I got to school, I didn't know what it was.
That's a whole nother show.
It is, but I'm just saying, like, when I got there, it was more so, it took me time to find myself, to figure out what it was that I wanted to do. I wanted to be a mathematician, but where's the money in that? I wanted to be a historian. Where's the money in that? So it took me a minute to figure out. I spent 2 years going back and forth between home and college because I didn't know. So
would you say it's beneficial for maybe to go to school locally at like a 2-year college to get all those prereqs and all of that stuff done?
It's financially better. Yes. Financially way better because you definitely won't have to take out any loans at all because you're state funded because you're in state. As long as you have the grades and the criteria met, that you pretty much don't have to pay to go to college and stay at a 2-year community college. I would say that's best, and to make sure you're taking all the classes that's going to transfer to whatever school you want to go to. So the last 2 years, if you do end up come out of pocket $10,000, it's better than coming out of pocket $10,000 plus the out of state fee, plus room and board, plus meal and dining, and so
all of those expenses.
All of those. So I went out of state. I went in state and out of state. I paid $2,000 in state, which I had a good job, so I was able to pay for myself. And when I went back to Southern, I was paying $12,000 a semester plus my out of state fees.
Wow.
So
major difference.
Major.
Hazel said it is winning season. Frank Gordon is in the building. Thank you so much, Frank. Keita is in the building. Thank you so much, guys, for coming through. Well, I appreciate you so much, cuz, for coming and dropping all the knowledge and gems that you did. I will have all the links and everything. Well, do you have the link ready for the January 16th class yet?
I don't. I was giving people time to finish the holidays and,
Okay. So once it does, just send it over to me. I most definitely post it and probably more than likely repost this video. It will be available on YouTube if you did miss the show and all of the good information that she has given us. And then also, the link is with the flyer, but I'll post that. I'll repost that again.
Okay.
It looks like, I appreciate everybody coming. If y'all do have questions, make sure you go ahead and hit us up. Amy Cherelle on Facebook, and you can catch me here on Facebook at Rita the H.A.M. Norman, on Instagram at Rita_the_H.A.M. And I love you guys.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
No problem, cuz. Bye, Myla. Bye, Micah. Y'all have a good night.